What's going on, y'all? So I've got an idea, and I'm pretty excited about it. Essentially, right, last week, Honey was bought by PayPal. And I know a lot of people probably made a lot of money off of that because it was a $4 billion purchase, mostly cash. And we did the math, and essentially, if you owned 0.25% of Honey, you now either have $1 million in cash in your bank account, or some stock options with PayPal, whatever, however they paid them out. But you're a millionaire, right? And that's the whole purpose of Diversifying Success, to help people get into these companies early that can help them become millionaires, right? So I'm going to do every Monday a highlight of a company that I think is a good place to look at for getting into this $1 million club, right? So on this week's $1 Million Monday, I'm going to talk about Snap Travel. This is a company that I'm super excited about, and the reason is there's a bunch of reasons. I have them written down here, so if I look up here, that's why. Number one, you have to get into these companies early if you want to get the amount of stock options that you need to really pay out, right? If you get in at later, number 200, 250 in a company, you're not going to get as much equity. But Snap Travel right now, according to their LinkedIn, is only 57 employees. So that's a good spot to get into. Granted, it's harder to get in at that early, but definitely worth it. So if you can get in at employee 57, you'll probably get around that, 0.25% in terms of equity, something of that nature. They have $22 million worth of funding. I think their Series A is what I looked up. Series A or Series B in terms of their funding. They did $50 million in sales in 2018, which is up 450% from 2017. So they're growing really fast in terms of their revenue. They grew from 16 to 55 employees from 2017 to 2019. So they're growing at a rapid pace. I think it's 244% in terms of their growth on employees over the course of those 2 years. But honestly, looking at from 16 employees to 55, it's kind of hard to. Obviously, it's going to be a big number if you grow at any kind of clip. But they're at 55, 57 employees, which is a good amount of employees. We'll see what they do over the next 2 years to really kind of keep track of that. And then also, they're in a large industry. I think these are the big ones, right? They're in a large industry, travel. If you can disrupt Kayak and Priceline and all those kind of companies, there's a huge opportunity there, huge market that they're going after. And then they're going after it in a super interesting way. So I've been reading about them, and essentially the idea is, in terms of price, so what they do is they do hotel bookings, and in terms of pricing hotels, there's a limited, there's a lowest number you can post online. So that if you look at Kayak, you look at Priceline, look at any of those, you'll notice that they all typically tend to have the same price, and that's because legally they can't go below a certain number. That exists on posting online. It doesn't exist in one-to-one communication. So as more companies are doing Facebook Messenger, SMS text and things like that, and more people are answering that and looking at that, Snap Travel has used that to their advantage, because they can send you lower price hotels through a text message than they can posting online. So how it works is, you go to their website, you put in what you want from a hotel perspective, I want a hotel in New York, next Saturday, and then they will text you the prices, which will typically, from what I'm researching, be lower than Priceline, Expedia and all that kind of stuff, which essentially they're undercutting the market. They're probably still making a little profit. They're making probably a small profit on it, but they're going for the volume play over the large margin play, which all of them are going for, right? That's what Priceline does, that's Expedia. They're all going for volume play, but as they continue to undercut the market, their volume is going to increase faster. They're going to be able to really, I think, take over this market in a good way, especially if Expedia, Priceline, and Kayak and all the competitors don't come at the messaging market quick enough. Like I said, they're already at 50 million in 2018, which is up 450% from 2017. If they can, let's say quadruple again from this, that if they do $200 million in 2019, that is incredible. So, $200 million, that would mean they'd already be $1 billion company if that's the case. If you have 0.25% of that, that means that's $250,000 that you already would make on a payout. So, another year or 2 or 3 that they stay in business. This could be great, before an IPO. This could be a really, really good opportunity. If I was trying to be an employee, this is where I'd probably be looking. The challenge is for a lot of people, they're in Toronto, I believe. So, not everybody wants to go up to Canada. But I don't know, man. If you want to be rich, you got to go. Sometimes you got to move, baby. But, yeah, check it out. Highly recommend in terms of what I'm seeing on it. And I hope you guys check it out. So I'll post some links. Just go to Diversify and Success. I'll have it at the bottom. You can go there, see what's going on. Research them. It's going to be in our newsletters. So we're going to talk about all these companies, all these $1 Million Mondays. I'm always going to continue to post, these companies on the website. So just check it out. Let me know what you think about this. This is a new idea, $1 Million Mondays. Snap Travel is going to be the first one, but I have at least 3 or 4 in my mind that are going to come next, and I'm always researching this stuff. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are too, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Peace.